I was raised in the Catholic Church. I believed in God, but I never really knew what it meant to have a relationship with Him. In elementary school, I was bullied a lot. I had a few friends, but I didn't really feel like any of them really cared about me. Going into middle school, I was excited. Maybe I thought maybe I'd have a fresh start. Maybe the bullying would get better, but it was about a month into middle school where the bullying started again, and it was just getting worse and worse. And I started having doubts about God. I prayed every night before I went to bed, but I really didn't think God could do anything about it. And that's when the depression and thoughts of suicide started kicking in. I just really felt like I was alone, and that I didn't really have anyone that really cared about me. My friends were never there for me. They didn't really care that I was being bullied, it seemed like. My sophomore year of high school, I started going to Young Life, which is basically just the gospel preached in a way that's entertaining to kids in high school. And one of the weekend trips was to Rockbridge, and on the second night of the trip to Rockbridge, the message of salvation was told. And after the message of salvation, the speaker told everyone to go out and just be silent for 20 minutes and just be with God. In that 20 minutes, I realized that all my problems that I was going through, my thoughts of suicide, my depression, my feelings of inadequacy and rejection, I realized that God could get me through all of that. After I accepted Christ, everything was better for me. Just my outlook on life was changed completely. Like, I realized that nothing I did was out of God's control, and nothing that was going on in my life was out of God's control. And I felt loved for the first time. It stayed that way until my senior year of high school, where I had like this girl for 2 years, and she had started dating one of my best friends. And when I found out, I was crushed, and I just felt rejected and inadequate, and like nothing I could do was good enough. I began to doubt God's existence completely. I fell away from God and started getting into drinking and smoking. So looking back, I realized that falling away from God and believing that He didn't exist was the absolute worst thing I could have done. Probably my biggest regret. In July 2007, after I graduated from high school, I went to Young Life Camp in Lake Champion. And I just remember on the bus ride back, I prayed to God to just help get through my addiction to alcohol and everything. I had my Bible sitting on my lap as I was praying, and I opened it. And the first verse that I read, the verse that stuck out to me, was Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Him who strengthens me. And it's at that point I realized that there was no problem that was bigger than God, and that God could help me through everything.